All right. Hey, welcome to episode 1 of The Wide World of Sodas. And today, Scott and I have been enjoying the Monkees Banana Nut Soda. A delightful, nutty, well, not really nutty, a very banana-y beverage.
It is.
And
it's got the aroma of that plastic banana candy. So Laffy Taffy.
Yeah, it really does.
It does taste like liquid Laffy Taffy.
And sadly, when we poured it, a lot of fizz, but not much of a bite at all.
Yeah,
almost flat.
Yeah,
almost flat, and just a hint of nut. You can't taste it.
You can just smell it, not taste it. So,
and yet I drink. All right, topic today for episode 1. You know, with Tom Petty's passing last week, it felt only right to reminisce a little bit about Mr. Petty, his work. And so with me today is good friend Scott Barnes. Scott and I grew up, we were in high school, probably when right around the time that Tom gained prominence, and certainly have some memories about some of his songs that were most impactful and memorable to us. So, Scott, first Tom Petty song you recalling it?
First Tom Petty song, would be "Don't Do Me Like That."
Oh, so, yeah, great song.
Yeah, it was, and that was late '70s, so early high school.
Yeah, I think that might have come off. I can't remember. I'm pretending I know this. Hard Promises, something like that, and definitely. Tom was just at that point. I think he'd had a couple songs. One that I remember, I don't remember if it's not the one that sticks out in my head, but right around the same time as American Girl, maybe just a little bit after that one. But the one that sticks out in my head that I think back to high school, and it's the duet with Stevie Nicks that he wrote for her. Stop Dragging My Heart Around. They sang just a great song. That was all over the freaking radio.
It was. That was the big one.
Yeah, good stuff. So, favorite Tom Petty song.
Favorite Tom Petty song's got to be "Don't Back Down."
Yeah,
and for a couple of reasons. One, came out of the battle that he had with the record label.
Yeah.
But it kind of just reached out and grabbed you, and then a few years later, Johnny Cash covering it. So how cool is that to get Johnny Cash to cover it?
They were different. Mm-hmm. Same song, different interpretations. Cash rocked.
He did.
Love Won't Back Down. Love the Petty version. My favorite Tom Petty song is not played on the radio very much anymore. It is Tom Petty, I want to say in the 90s probably, contributed songs to a soundtrack to a film by Ed Burns called She's the One. And there's the single off that was called Walls. Mm-hmm. And love that song. That's one of those that I thank heavens for Spotify and Pandora and all the services where you can actually kind of tailor your music listening preferences, because it's one that I can get on somewhat steady rotation for me and enjoy it every time I listen to it. So what do you think? Why was Tom so impactful on our generation?
Yeah, I think a couple of reasons. One, he was true to himself, right? And that came out of that whole fight with the record label and everything else. But by doing that, he kind of touched us, I think, because we were in that generation of, what are we gonna do? How do we make a name for ourselves?
Right.
And it for me at least, that was really what it did. Good rock and roll themes, good guitars, good drums. It just
the Heartbreakers. They were a tight band.
They were
for sure. You mentioned the fight with the record label. For me, that was I think right around the same time I first started listening to him. That impressed me because what he was fighting for. Keep the prices of the albums low. Yep. He was trying to. He was thinking about, that 16, 17-year-old kid that was ponying up some hard-earned cash, minimum wage. What were we making? $3 an hour?
Just about that. Yeah,
something
McDonald's.
Like that. Anyway, God bless you, Tom Petty. Here's to you. We love you. We love you a heck of a lot more than this soda.
True. Cheers.